welcome to No Enemies Here, the show, where you hear me goobly gab, right? And this hockey thing, we're booing the anthem and all that. No, man, it's sports, man. These are kids. Let the kids be kids. All right. I just want to show you something. I am degusting this beer by Unibrew, meaning the one brewer. And these guys are probably Quebec's premier, and I would say the world's premier beer makers. Yeah, everybody's gonna say, yeah, but what about Belgium? Look, you know what I'm saying? It's the new world here, eh? C'est la Nouvelle France. So this beer is called This Is Not the End of the World, because they have a beer called The End of the World in French, called La Fin du Monde, which is not this beer, like it said. But the reason why they said this is not La Fin du Monde is because this one, they Americanized it. So it's a Belgian triple hoppy. So it's an IPA. It's hoppy, not very dry, but it's a strong beer, 9.5%. Look, you have two of these, and yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it's a nice beer. I suggest you try any Unibrew beer. I'm not a fan of the white beers, like the Les Blanches, but that's what it is. So, okay, on with that. I've got a new segment called This Content, or Discontent. You'll understand. And I want to keep it going because it's all Charles Latour's fault. Blame him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm loving it. It's given me a new lease on life in terms of having a passion. Because when I have a passion for something, I so get into it, it's not even funny. Music, that lasted. Music is always there, but professionally it lasted 25 years. Fly tying, I did fly tying for a good 10 years, man. I got real good at it, you know. Like I said, I was published, man. I'm talking about classic Atlantic salmon flies. You've heard me rant about this. And now, it's scale modeling. For me, it's scale modeling. I mean, I started off with miniatures because I love to paint, man. And you'd be surprised what an old fart like me with bad hands, man. I got bad hands. I got operated here and here for carpal tunnel syndrome. So I can't play an instrument anymore. Absolutely not at the level I was playing at. But it doesn't matter, because music is here. Right? I haven't composed in a long time. Yeah, it's all in my head, man. For me, it's happening in my head. You know, there's a world in my head. You know, and I'm living in it. Anyways. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Scale modeling. Yeah, man. I had the hands. Yeah, ADD, man. The squirrel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the hands. You know, I'm 60 years old. Yeah, it's not old. But yeah, it's old. You know, it's old for some guy who's 18 years old. Or 30. Or 40. Even 50, or whatever. And, as you get older, your eyeballs, they don't work anymore. But there's glasses for that. So, you accommodate, right? But my hands, they shake more than the average human. And I'm not talking about shaking in the old fogey way. It's just I've lost sensation in my fingertips. You know what I mean? If I grab a kid like Italian, hey, come si fa, piccino, you know what I mean? I probably rip his cheek off. Or but he probably doesn't even feel it, and I'm doing this on his head. Anyways. The more, because I really, really like the minutia, the detail, the smallest. You know what? Let me get something. Yeah. So, let's see if this picks it up, right? The camera, that is. Now, I'm going to put it on my forehead. And my forehead is shiny. Is it going to pick it up? Is it going to pick it up? Come on, you know, technology today. You know, well, there you go. That's a, I think it's a CAR 98. KAR 98. I don't see it very well. Sanglamaron. Anyways, I painted that, man. And it's pretty damn good. Like, I'm looking at it now, and I can't see shit. Because I didn't bring my glasses. So, I don't know, let's see. I really want to show you. Hey. It's getting there. Ooh, come on. Sanglamaron. Anyways, it's really tiny. You could see the metal is black, obviously, and the wood is brown. Right? Anyways, gotta thank Charles Latour for that. I don't know what's going on. My computer's a little bit wonky. I was gonna do the GMT, what do you call it? Loadout for the GMT news for February. But this computer's messing up, so, God, don't tell me I gotta get a new computer. Come on! Anyways. So yeah, my hands, they're not like they were. But practice makes perfect, and you find tricks, like you're holding a little, I don't know, a little a potato masher there, the German grenade, and I'm talking, they're tiny, man, when you're doing 135-inch scale, 135 scale. But the thing is that you use your fingers to, you know what I'm saying? The things you learn, man. This is great. Other than that, life is life. I hate that song. Life is life. Na 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 na. I think it was a Canadian group. God, I couldn't stand it. Life is life. Yeah, okay. Don't say it so many times in a bloody song. Being ADD, you tell me once, and you gotta go on, because you already told me. So in music, when there's like, I don't know, 4 bars before getting into the next 4 bars. It's always a cycle of 4 bars. Hey, listen, give me 2 bars, man. I heard it already. Don't repeat it 4 times. It's one of those years. I thought 2024 was bad. This started off with a kick in the nuts, let me tell you. Anyways. Okay, so, GMT. Let me talk a little bit about GMT. First of all, they're a great company. And nobody can say nothing about nothing. Huh? That's it. There's Ben Hull's Fields of Fire Deluxe. Now, this is a game I think that every war gamer should have, because one day you're going to tackle it, and anybody who does tackle it, I haven't bit the bullet yet. Anybody who does tackle it rants and raves once they get the system down, and supposedly the system was hard. It ain't hard. I had an interview with Ben. I don't know if it was the Shit Show or me, and Ben explained it so matter of fact that it was like, oh, Oh yeah, red smoke means one thing, green smoke means another thing. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Duh. And it should be in everybody's arsenal. It should be in everybody's arsenal. So the game usually comes with 3 different theaters of operation, if you can say that, about 3 different wars. Let's say Vietnam, Korea, and World War II. Right? And that's it. And also, Kai Jensen, she's incredible. Who doesn't love Kai Jensen? No, seriously. Anyways, she put out a Chad Jensen game. I don't know how complete it was before Chad passed, but it's the continuation of the Fighting Formation series and system, and it's the US 29th Infantry Division. Usually it would have been the, I think the first one is Großdeutschland, the second one is, I don't know, and this one is the US 29th Infantry Division. I don't know what the second one is. I have it, but I don't know. Anyways, there's a matrix on how you have initiative, and it's ingenious. I remember looking at it and saying, wow, and I completely forgot now because, you know, in between looking at the Matrix and studying it, and now life happened. And I thought it was great when I looked at it. Do I remember? No. Also, I'm happy for my favorite Frenchie, Fred Serval, who A Jest of Robin Hood is in its 2nd printing. I'm happy for that guy, because that guy is great. He's an intellectual, also very sarcastic, and he's got a great sense of humor. A lot of people get that guy wrong. That guy's a great guy. So that's it for GMT. Don't forget, also check out Paul Rohrboss' company, High Flying Dice Games, where I just perused his newsletter real quickly, and they had the Dam Busters and a couple of other games. And these are games that are inexpensive. They're not difficult because Paul makes the games very playable, and there's a skill and an art to that, how to make it simple, you know what I mean, and still get the message across. And for people who want to try out a certain theater of operation, there's that compound word again. Is it a compound word? No, it's not. It's a couple of words. That's a great way to go before you invest in a heavy game. Like, you know, something with 69 pages of rules. Just for infantry. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that. And I just want to say something. Herman Luttman, what a great guy. Great guy, Herman. Herman is a great guy. And with that, I'll let you get on with the show. I don't know, some people are watching this like Saturday morning at 12:01, which is really cool because when I'm awake, sometimes, you know, I'm lying in bed, and instead of watching stupid videos, I watch this stupid video. And sometimes the comments pop up, and it's like, yay, someone's actually watching this. And it's fun. All right? So leave some comments in this episode about anything, man. Anything. I will tackle anything. All right? Anything. Philosophy, science. I'm not too brainy on science. Music, talk to me about music. And just, you know, life experiences, man, because that's what life is about. Experiences. Have a nice day. Be nice. Don't be a rotten ass.
Blah,
Let's get on with the crux of the show. Who first but the boss? No, not Bruce Springsteen, but ID Jester. ID Jester has this many videos. He's expecting me to go through that. What a trickster that guy is, man. Monopolization. It's in his blood. It's in his blood. Let's just say he's playing a hell of a lot of games. He's doing a live show with the Cardboard Commander, and they're playing Combat Commander, the latter game. He's soloing Nations, Marvel Champion, Stratematic, Ticket to Ride. You know what I'm saying? ID Jester has got it all for you. If he doesn't have it, you don't need it. We have Advanced Squad Leader, Roundtable Discussion number 7. This is from Advanced Squad Leader Academy, and it's a big to-do. So yeah, that's what's happening. On Agility Snips Gaming Table, he is on the continuation of The Other Side of the Hill. And he's got 2 episodes here, and it's Goodbye to Libya. See you in Italy. I was going to say the food is better. Yes, the food is better in Italy, but I'm sure Libya's got great food, man. Can you imagine? Huh? Can you? I can't. And then there's the other video, and it's The Invasion Starts, Friendship Ends. It's part 6 of The Other Side of the Hill solo on Agility Snips. Andrew Chung is back. 4 videos. Jutland or Jutland. An introduction, then a strategic movement map of said game, and tactical play and basic combat system of said game, and advanced combat system of said game. You know, it's like saying, life is life, na 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 na. You know, said game. How many times can I say said game? Alright, all this on Andrew Chung's channel. Already of ARDWULF'S LAIR, I have 1 video here, but he's got tons. And he's live at Winterfest, and he's counterclipping with the Tabletop's Edge on ARDWULF'S LAIR. The Chief and Bonding with Board Games and RPGs has 2 videos this week, and he's with Scott, and they're doing AMC The Walking Dead number 19, Myrtle and Black Hawk Down. Is it like Myrtle Beach and Black Hawk Down? What's the connection? I don't know. Check it out. And then there's Lunar Nauts Session 10, Elderly in Space. Character Creation, Exoskeletons, and Nano Something. On Bonding with Board Games and RPGs. Excuse Buckles Piffle. Napoleonic update, February 2025. Look, they're minis. I didn't say it. They're there. The man famously known as Calandale Enrico Viglino has 4 videos. One is called Avoidance versus Grief. The other one is El Gran Capitan. Lautrec's Last Chance 1, and then Last Chance 2 in rap, and then a review of El Gran Capitan on Calandale. Cat Sawyer has one video, and it's the continuation of Panzer North Africa Scenario 75, Second Alamein Operation Supercharge. Turns 3 and 4. Cardboard Commander 3 videos. Advanced Squad Leader Roundtable Recap. Plus 1944. D-Day to the Rhine, an unboxing video game by Worthington Publishing. And then Zone of Control Podcast Season 1, Episode 6 on Cardboard Commander. Carl Walmsley, 1 video. He talks about simple versus complex wargaming. I know. I get it. Capiche. Watch Carl. He'll tell you. Jimmy of Castle Archon 3 videos on the why you should be playing. See, that affects my anti-authority feelings. You know, why you should be playing. I'll play whatever I want to play. But that's not what he's saying. So why you should be playing Conan GURPS solo, Queen of the Black Coast. Then, the Worm Slayer of said game. And Moon of Blood of said game on Castle Archon.
The third Wednesday in February brings another rules explanation video for the vaunted game Up Front. In this video, the reinforcement and entrenchment rules are explained. The video covers how reinforcements enter the game, including entering terrain, plus an explanation of how groups can create entrenchments, which include the benefits and penalties. Up Front is a man-to-man tactical game first published by Avalon Hill and now available through Wargames Vault. This is another in the series of rules videos that help explain how the game is played. Check out more videos when you subscribe to the Seek Out and Play YouTube channel. In addition, there is a monthly Speak Out and Play podcast, which you can find on Buzzsprout and Spotify. For just $2 per month, you can support the channel by becoming a Patreon member and see the videos and podcast 48 to 72 hours in advance. At least one new video is released every week on the Seek Out and Play YouTube channel, so I will see you next Wednesday.
The One-Eyed Jack, Charlie Charles Latour 4 video. This week, Planned Gaming and Painting. I like that, Charles. He's looking at Panzer Group Guderian. Also Sanctuary, Thieves World, Mayfair Games, Fun and Conflict. Then he looks at Panzer Group Guderian's Strategy and Tactics, issue number 57, almost ready to play. And then he does turn 1. And in the mail, he's getting Silver Bayonet, Italy. Silver Bayonet, I thought it was a Vietnam thing. You gotta watch it to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Compass Games is live with Town Hall episode 106. Live with Bill and Billy Thomas. Dave of Dave's Gaming Cave is continuing his playthrough of Knights over Stalingrad, Part 1 on Dave's Gaming Cave. Eric's Table Napoleonic Battles live, 4 videos. He's live streaming, he's testing Napoleonic Battles live stream. He's testing it for 2 hours. Holy moly. I guess it went well. Then he's live streaming designer interview with Frederic Delstanche. I'm assuming it's French. And then learn to play ILO 1807, Murat's Grand Charge setup. And then he plays part 2. Actually, it's at a 12 o'clock turn, part 2 of the Battle of Moscow. On Eric's table, Napoleonic battles. Flying Pig Games, one video, and it's the Long Road playthrough with designer Mark H. Walker, part 4. The Gamer's Closet is at Dundragon, or Dundragon. And this is a con at the Santa Clara Marriott Hotel, February 14th to 17th, so it's past. And he gives us really quick, under 10 minutes update, which is really good for people like me. 10 minutes, because in 10 minutes, watching a video, at least I've absorbed 20 seconds of it, other than flying all over the place. On Gamer's Closet with Doug Weed. Gaming with the Shiv, Earl Bickford. Gaming with Earl Bickford. 8 videos. He talks about Status Pro Baseball. Then his game collection 35. Then 3 Battles of Manassas, part 1, part 2, and part 3. But before that, there's magazine collection part 27. And then he gets into the Deutsch Africa Corps, parts 1 and 2. He's going deep. Go deep with the Shiv. Gaming with Earl Bickford. The Leonidas of ASL. And I say that with confidence. Nice guy. George. Tikanis George. This guy George. What a sweetheart of a guy. You know what I'm saying? 2 videos. AR4, the Overlook. First game turn. I'm going to learn what that means, AR4. And then game 2. Game turn 2, I should say. On George Chiotis' channel, the Leonidas of ASL. Thought he stole George. Gilbert Collins, a compatriot of mine. He was happy yesterday when Canada won over the States in hockey. 1 video, and it's Rockets Red Glare, 2nd edition by Steve Newberg. Check it out. Hex to Hex, 3 videos. 2 of them are on the Junker 87 STUKAJOE, so it's first mission and second mission and other rules. I'm assuming this is a lock and load publishing game, or it's a Compass game. Also, keeping the door open, the 16th of February, 1944. World War II East Front by Lock and Load Publishing. There it is. Alright, and that's what's happening. HEXES is back after a long hiatus, and they're back with the 12th battle, the Caporetto campaign, 1917, the teaser. Hey, when I think of Caporetto, I think of Napoleon, but 1917, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Hexed encountered 4 videos, Red, White, and Blue Racing, Gameplay 2012, the Scram Season, Race number 1. Then from the library, episode number 1. Also, Next War, Iran, a game by GMT, a first look. And Red Dragon, Green Crescent Deluxe by Decision Games, a first look. Looks like a massive game. Hissy Cat, 1 video, Close Quarter Battles, Waterloo, an unboxing by Lock and Load Publishing. That great child at a history hustle asks why Iraq joined the Axis. I know, but that guy looks Italian. The Arabs and the Italians, they don't look alike, especially not in Sicily. Or my ancestors. God, of course they look alike. Come on! My favorite Frenchie Fred Serval of Homoludens, on his live section of YouTube, he has 2 videos: New Cold War Geopolitical Struggle live with designer Andoni Orive. Sounds Italian, could be French. Andoni Orive. Could be Greek. I'm joking. And then Napoleon's Last Gamble, Wargaming the Waterloo Campaign with Juste Garde. Could be English and Just E Guard E. I'm joking. All of this tomfoolery on Homo Ludens. And talking about tomfoolery, respect! Jim Ozarski, 3 videos: the Battle of Talavera for La Salle 2, then the Battle of Gravelotte for bloody big battles. And there you go, Operation Charwood battles for I Ain't Been Shot Mom. I still don't know why he puts on those, in music we call them like tails, codas, which is a tail. Coda means tail, because music is Italian. You ever figure that out? And I don't know why he attached that tail to the end of his videos, like I Ain't Been Shot Mom or Bloody Big Battles. I still don't know. Someone tell me, please. Put me out of my miseries. For our Spanish viewers, Julius Fairfax Luis, 1 video, and it's Habemus Papam. So for sure, Papam means Pope. Habemus. I don't know. The Pope. I'm not Latin. I mean, I don't speak Latin. You want to talk Latin? Go talk to Liz Davidson. Juste Garde, 2 videos, a new arrival avec infini regret 4. It's gotta be a French game, yeah? Yeah. Then the new arrival of Oblique by HOLLANDSPIELE. Look at that. Look at that hat. Didn't they feel ridiculous when they wore those hats, man? You know what I'm saying? On Juste Garde. And there he is, Robert Carroll, yeah, of KilRoyWasHere. Still not sending me any videos. You know what I mean? Come on, Bobby. 4 videos. My favorite segment is Coffee with Kilroy. More GURPS Light by Steve Jackson Games. Then Close Quarter Battles, Waterloo by Lock and Load Publishing. Unbox and First Look. It's a preview. Then he does Coffee with Kilroy again. Tales of War, Battle of Iwo Jima. I guess he has that up because it was a couple of days ago was when Iwo Jima happened, when it happened. February 19th, 1945. You know what I'm saying? That was like 2 days ago. And then Okinawa, the last battle of World War II, solo game of the month. Look at that. He attached a thingy to the video. Solo game of the month. I guess that's a new section. Gotta watch it on KilRoyWasHere. Jan Heineman of Let's Play History. 4 videos of this section, and 3 of them are on Fields of Glory, and 1 of them is on Headquarters, World War II, the Battle of the Bulge, the Ardennes Offensive. I was speaking German there. The Ardennes Offensive. My German's good. On Let's Play History. Lock and Load Publishing is taking a deep dive look into Point Blank series. This is an in-depth, what's that game called? Help me. An old Avalon Hill game.
The 3rd Wednesday in February brings another rules explanation video for the vaunted game Up Front.
Yeah, that one. I forget. STUKAJOE gifted me that. Gotta love STUKAJOE. That's what's happening on Lock and Load Publishing. And the man who looks like a vampire, Mark Felton of Mark Felton Production, has 2 videos, and he asks, or tells us, the Navy with more admirals than warships. Only in England. And then the army with more horses than tanks. Only in England, on Mark Felton's production. The war game artist Matt White of Matt White War Games has one video. It's the Norman Conquest. So it's Tinchiberia or Tinchiberai. Tinchibrai 1106. That's why I can't pronounce it, because there wasn't a great vowel shift that happened at that time. I think it happened later than 1106, right? So anything written before that, your vowels are all screwed up in the English language. So that's what it is on Matt White's Wargaming channel. For our Italian listeners, Mauro Faina does a video, discusses on Il Giannizzero Nero, D-Day to the Rhine, World at War episode, I should say, issue number 100. You are about to embark on the Great Crusade. The eyes of the world are upon you. Men, we're going in. Get off the boats. Get through the beaches. Climb the cliffs. And take out the enemy. This is the way I approach playing war games. I've always got this bravado thing happening, you know, Hollywood, bang, bang, bang. And this game is that. Flying Pig Games and Dream Team designers Herman Luttman and Fred Manzo have designed a game called Crowbar, The Rangers at Point Zuyok. This is a solitaire game that can be played 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Usually it's the other way around, and these are your weapons. Now this is a great production. The board is massive, the pieces are fantastic. Now the board is separated into 3 sections: the sea, the beach, and the cliffs. So here you start in a boat, and you gotta get on the shores. But before you get on the shores, you're getting shellacked on the boats by German artillery. It's German artillery and what it sounds like. And you know, when I play the games, I got those sounds in my head. I know it, because when he plays war games, these are the sounds that go on in his head. This is a push or luck game, so basically, in this game, you can only move in a straight line, so you get off the boat and you just run, and you hope you make it. And once you do make it, you gotta climb the cliffs. This is what the cliffs look like! So the point of this game is to take out the artillery that are taking out your friends a few miles down. But as you're climbing the cliffs, this is what's happening. Shut up! And when you're sent to that checkpoint to check out the artillery, is it an artillery? It could be a dummy artillery, it could be rubble, it could be nothing. This game is all about push, 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 go forward, move fast! But events happen. What kind of event, Pa? Mostly it's time advance cards. You move 1 space, sometimes the Germans counterattack. You move 2 spaces, and once in a blue moon you get relief. You always say that when Ma goes on vacation. There's more to this game than I'm saying. There are modifiers, things that happen. The thing, it's not a difficult game. Just follow the sequence of play. And you know what? Christmas is up. And if anybody wanted to try a new war game, this is it. And it even comes with a stocking stuffer, an expansion, where you play as the Germans. Whoa! You know, if you're on the fence about a war game, this is the one to try. Give it a shot. Crowbar, Herman Luttman, Fred Manzo, Flying Pig Games. And you know what? You can actually say you've played a con sim, because this actually happened. Abstracted though, but it happened. June 6th, 1944. The liberation of Europe began. Crowbar, The Rangers at Point Zuyok. Herman Luttman, Fred Manzo, Flying Pig Games. I'll see you next week. And the model nerd, come on, there's got to be a few models in here. It's my show. Let me be happy. Be happy for me to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And it's Earnhardt EV/4M 1917 World War I armored car. Copper State models at 1/35th scale model. Look at that. That's a joy to build that. Look at all those rivets. So when you're building that model, those rivets, they're screaming to be seen. So you gotta use some wash. You see what I'm talking? I know what I'm talking about. And the only wash I have is by Citadel. I mean, you can make your own wash. And it's the Nuln, N-U-L-N, Nuln oil. The Nuln oil. Honey, did you use any of that Nuln oil? Weird names on Model Nerd. Oh! Of Mo's game table, one video, it's in the dark. This is a C3 module for the Hot Gap. It's a game by the Thin Red Line. These are big games. And I think it's Fabrizio Vianello. I think. Anyways, that's what's happening on Mo's game table. My own worst enemy, 2 videos. I should say 1, but it's a continuation of Space Empires 4X. 4X is a name invented by Alan Emmerich, who just recently passed away. So, part 3 of Space Empires, a game by, is it Jim Crone? Space Empires. Jim Crone. What do I have Jim Crone in my head? It's published by GMT anyway, so probably Jim Crone. All right. Nanguaya, 2 videos on its live stream, and it's World War I live streaming and World War I live streaming 108, which is coming up. It's Friday for me today, so it's coming up tomorrow. So for you, it's coming out today on Nanguaya. Novice modeling and the midlife crisis. Yeah, it's screaming at me, even though I'm 60 and I'm not yet in the twilight of my years, but I'm in the twilight of my midlife crisis. Anyways, 4 videos and it's 1 year on YouTube. The 13 kits I have completed in the last 6 months. Then a tour of the Novice Modeler's kit building cupboard. And there's like 20,000 pounds of games. Money, English money, 20,000 pounds. And then he does part 1 of the Novice Modeler stash of 711 kits in 1/72nd scale and 1 year on YouTube. And in 1 year on YouTube, he has 3,500 subscribers. The 47 kits that he has completed in the past 12 months on novice modeling and the midlife crisis. Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials is looking on how to play the fighting formations, the 29th Infantry Division, with none else than the authority on that game, Kai Jensen. This is a game published by GMT. Also, Thunder on the Mississippi, scenario number 10, Army of Relief, on Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials. Phoenix Knight is playing The Hunters by Gregory M. Smith. 2/19/25. This is now, because in 25 there was no submarines called, like, U-Boat 152. I wonder if the German Kriegsmarine has U-boats still called U-boat whatever number. All right. I'd give it a name, you know, like I'm going to take the submarine Bethel. You know, names like that. Or I'm going to take the submarine Adiodat. Name the name. Name the bloody ships. Prasuta Goose, the Orwell Wargamer, is looking at Decision Games' Little Round Top. Flank Attack at Gettysburg, Decision Games, and Unbagging. These are mini game series. Another company where you can get a game for $15 and learn about the strategies, history, and you learn something about wargaming. On Prasuta Goose. Pushing Cardboard, 2 videos, and Brothers at War 1862, an unboxing. published by Compass Games, and then unboxing Oblique. Look at that hat again. Weren't they embarrassed? Huh? I mean, you wear that today, and it's like, what the hell's going on with that guy? What's he fighting? A Revolutionary War? On Pushing Cardboard. For our Italian listeners, the Professor Riccardo Mazzini is, in Italian, giocare con la storia, tutta la storia. So he says, playing with the story, all the story. And there's Checkpoint Charlie. Holy moly. Checkpoint bloody hell Charlie. I grew up with that. And that was it. That was holding the Ruskies back. Huh? From West Berlin. Or from East Berlin. Holding them back from East Berlin. That little cabin. Come on. Ruffy of Rough Swordsman Wargamer. He's looking well. Look at that guy. And he's with Tony and Cap Sawyer. And they're live streaming Panzer Revisited Part 2. Look at all the games he's got there, man. Holy moly. Storm of Steel Wargaming. 2 videos. The Thin Red Line, a hobby update, plus Chain of Command 2. It's a chat with Richard Clark from Two Fat Lardies. You ever watch that cooking show? Two Fat Ladies or something? It's a British show. And they used to drive around in a motorcycle with a sidecar. That was fun, man. And they were cooking. You know what I'm saying? None of this excuse me, none of this not falafel. Alfalfa. You know, alfalfa. Give me a bit of alfalfa. And they had like 80% cream and mixing it with the meat and all that. Yeah. But they're both dead because of heart attacks. But it was a fun show. Naomi of Sword and Steel is telling us new rules for Knights in White Dwarf. 509. Tabletop Minions, 2 videos, some weird opinions about wargaming. And then I compare resin versus filament for 3D printing wargaming minis. Yeah, I'm really interested in getting in a resin printer. Talk to me. Tell me if I should get one, yes or no. Talk to me. Put it in the comments. Dan, let's talk. You know? So I know something. So I don't just go blindly buying something stupid. You know? Anyways. Alright. On Tabletop Minions. Tabletop Sci-Fi. 2 videos. Minion Hunter. A GDW game review on how to play. And he revisits Time Tripper. Review on how to play. Time Trip? Yeah. It's a Red Simonson game. From SPI, 1980. Why is he revisiting it? And why do those counters not look like Time Tripper counters? I have to watch it. On Tabletop Sci-Fi. The Blue Tweezers. 3 videos. All of them on Next Door Iran. Advanced Strategic and Surprise Setup. Plus, live stream number 1 and live stream number 2. The Blue Tweezers. The Board Game Chronicle has 2 videos. Arete, example of play. See, I thought it was Ariete, but it's not. It's a battle entire in 322 BC. I mean, there was stuff happening in 322 BC. Holy moly. Then the Planet King unboxing and overview. I don't know who that game is by. I like the cover, though. All right. Der Bunker, The Bunker. 1 video. World in Flames. Collector's Edition or Classic Edition and Days of Days 3. Number 2, November to December 1942. The colors pop on this game. I like it. Cody of the Discriminating Gamer has 8 videos. Star Trek Ship Pack USS Enterprise unboxing with Ray. Then join me at Circle DC 2025 then Zombicide, Undead or Alive, Running Wild. Then Marvel Dice Throne, Scarlet Witch versus Thor versus Loki versus Spider-Man, Unboxing with Ray. Battle of the Deep, powered by Axis and Allies. War Room version 2, upgrade kit and accessories, Unboxing with Ray. I know Cody really loves this game. Then Cody's top 10 spaceship on a map game. I told you, this guy, he's got top 10s of any category, in any scenario. And it ends with Joyride, survival of the fastest with Ray. Looks like a Car Wars. That could be fun. You know what I'm saying? That fantastic channel that is Indie Nidell's The Korean War. 2 episodes this week, and it's the Battle of Chipyeong-ni, February 18th, 1951, and then the grim fate of the Chinese army, a Korean War special that I will watch once I finish editing this show with a pipe in my mouth in my smoking room. The name of the game is playing Anzio, and he's telling you how, or he's teaching us how to play Anzio Beachhead. My mom was there! The Gentleman of the Player's Aid, 3 videos, Unboxing Gettysburg by Worthington Publishing, then Solitaire review of Warfighter Vietnam by DVG, and Sovereign of Discord, an unboxing by GMT Games. On the Player's Aid. Welcome to hopefully a new segment called This Content. Like this content, but discontent. This content. How many times you want me to say it? This content. So welcome to This Content. And this content this week is going to be my models so far that I've built, but unpainted. My chops aren't good enough for painting yet. I mean, come on. One thing at a time, okay? So, let's go with my first model. So this is a P-51, right? I mean, look at my mistake on the glass. It's all foggy. You can't do that. Looks like crap. But the white that you see there, that's putty. I'm trying to hide the lines, especially in between the wing and the body of the plane, all right? So that's it's to be painted. Here's another view from it. Look at the front, and don't look at the paint. It's not painted. It's just stuffed. And as you can see on the left wing, it's sanded down. You got the 2 machine gun or cannons there. I don't know what they are exactly. But, yeah. And I'm wondering if I did any mistakes. Did I? Why do the blades look like they're not properly put on? I don't know. And, okay, so there you got some extra fuel tanks, I'm thinking, or napalm. Like napalm death. You know? Anyways, the top has been sanded. Once this is painted, you will not see the lines. So let's look at this from another angle. Again, this has to be cleaned up. The left, not the rudder, but the left wing, the one in the forefront, the small one, you can see I've added too much glue, and that's what happens. You ruin your model because it burns the plastic. Live and learn. Here's another one. That's ME262, and I didn't put the cockpit canopy because since I ruined the first one, I figured I don't want to ruin the second one. But again, this is not painted, not bad job. The wheel, see what I mean by painting? I gotta get my chops up. I don't want that to look like that. All right? I mean, that paint, you know, overlapping on the black, or the black overlapping on the gray. You know what I'm saying? Here's another view from the front. That's a mean looking. That's stylish. Very Art Deco. You gotta give props to these guys. There's another shot. Yeah, you're gonna say, oh my god, it's dirty. It's not painted. Alright? It's still to be fixed and puttied. Gabish? Alright. Here we go to the V1. I think that's the V1. Yeah, the V1. It's a 1/72nd scale. Getting better. Less skid marks, if you know what I mean. Less paint. Less glue everywhere. Again, this has been puttied. And look at the back. Not bad, not bad. And the carriage was a bit difficult to put in. And as you can see, you still see some mold lines up on top here on the wheel. But I've scraped these enough and removed them that once I paint, it should be gone. But I'm still probably going to have to do a job here. Here's another pick. And the inside mold lines, that was scraped. That's why they're so in your face, because they've been scraped. So the paint that was there, I just scraped off the mold line and it left the color of the plastic. You know what I'm saying? And here's the latest one I just built. This has just been primed. The steering wheel is not put in because if I put the steering wheel in, I can't pull out the guy to paint. I got a joke about the steering wheel. You know, Mother Teresa, when she died, she went to heaven, you know. And in heaven there, the gates open, the pearly gates open, and they present her with a halo. Yeah, a nice halo, and everybody's proud. But she's looking further, you know, asunder. And she notices that there's a lot of people there, and it's Princess Diana, and she has a bigger halo. Now, you know, she doesn't want to say anything, but she asks her, she goes, look, Peter, can I call you Pete? Look, it's Pete. I'm Mother Teresa, man. I don't want to say anything, but Princess Diana's halo is bigger than mine. Pete says, don't worry about it. That's just the steering wheel. As a joke. Okay, so look, we're getting more into detail here. Eh? It's been primed. It has not been puttied. As you can see, the black line here from the hood of the engine. All right, we got some access there. We'll look at the front. Look at that. I see there's the canopy, the canvas canopy there. These mirrors were something to put in, man. And the thing is, you got to remember those mirrors are there because once you start handling the model, you're breaking them. Like I broke it here and I had to glue it. And that was another marron of a thing. Here's another shot. Hey, you got some personal stuff. Carrying case next to the driver. You got a lot of junk in the back that I'm still yet to place and paint. Hey, there you go. Those are rucksacks. There's a Panzerschreck, some ammo boxes, a mortar, MG42. Let's see what I got here. Okay, well, that's the end of that. So let's go to this one. This one was a bit difficult, the big 88. So I had a choice between either a tank ready, an 88 ready for tank battle, or for flak. I chose tank battle, right? So as you can see, the detail here is tremendous, as in this photo. And look at the glue. Not bad. I'm getting better. All these, like, here next to the breech on top, there's a hydraulic, I guess, to hold back the recoil. And it works, right? So boom, boom. It's a moving model. I mean, it works. It works. There's another angle. Look at that. That's real rubber tubing, and it's tubing because I had to add on the right hand side here. I had to add this little thing, which I have no idea what it is, but it's there. And there's the seat. You can see, I don't know, a brake or something, and his pedals. Right, let's continue. Here's another shot of that. And not bad, the job. This has been just primed, not painted. Nothing is painted here. So let's move on. Look at that. That's been primed black as my gray primer, which I will be using all the time. I don't like black. I'm going blind, and I can't see. You can't see any detail here. So this is 135. Oh, the 88 was 135. Okay, here's another angle of the motorcycle. I'm going to be painting this a classic German green, gray, blue kind of thing. So here's your flak gun, for the quad barrel flak gun. I forget exactly what it's called. Nice job by me. You don't see much paint overlap. Here we go again. Look at that, 3 seats. There's going to be 3 guys sitting there, right? That's not bad. That's not bad, if I do say so myself. There's another shot. You know, that's just a piece of dust there, so no worries, eh? I could have had this mounted on a carriage. I didn't, but I still built the carriage because I need practice. Okay? Practice. Another shot of the carriage. It's not bad. That black really covered well. And the paint, I mean the glue, pretty good, Dan. Pretty good. Pretty good. Here's my Kettenrad. Huh? This is complete, except I'm going to touch up the man a little bit. I don't like his hands. As you can see, I don't like the color too much. The face is fine. He's got a wax coat on. This might be a little bit too shiny, but it is what it is. Here we go, another angle from the front. I can tell I forgot to paint these little clippy bars. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, let's move on here. The Kettenrad. I'll keep saying Rattenkrieg, but it's not. It's Kettenrad. I even painted the springs black. Like I'm trying. I'm doing a good job trying. My tracks are okay. I think I'm going to weather them a little bit. I'm glad they have that little dip there. And I might just clean this up. As you can see here, there's color runoff on the front spokes. Let's check the back. I mean the little trailer. You know, I like all these accessories. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. The back, the hitch is fine. And this is with the other 2 guys walking beside, and I cocked their head looking to one way, all 3 of them. You see what I mean by his jacket? The driver's jacket is too shiny compared to, let's say, the guy holding the MG42 or the KR98, KAR98. So, and the detail I did on the cantina map, you look at that. That little aluminum detail, eh? I'm getting good, I'm getting good. All right, so this is a 1/72 scale V2. All right, so I'm going to paint it the classic black and white, the testing paint. And this is what's really cool about this. It was putting the, for lack of a better word, the stand together. All the little details, you can see there's some white there, but I don't know if that's fluff. Yeah, on the base, that's fluff, that's for sure. So let's go and look at that. Look, it's, well, you know what? Should I just leave that there? No, that's fluff, that's not paint. I might give it another little coat, that's nice, but a little bit used is pretty good. So, that's it for my model update. I have to thank the One-Eyed Jack, Charlie Latora, because this is helping me with this content. You got that? Enjoy life. GIMPY of GIMPY Gamer. 2 videos. World at War 85 Blood and Fury Gameplay Part 6, a lock and load publishing game, and Fields of Fire Deluxe Edition. Pop the top. Maybe it's an unboxing, yeah? Alright, on the GIMPY Gamer. Tony of Tony's Board Life. 2 videos. Let's Play Panzer, they're going at it. The Village Part 2, Late Poland, 44. Then Fields of Fire, Heartbreak Ridge Campaign. They're going heavy with Andrew Stead, Part 2. It's Stead, not Steed, right? I mean, come on. Come on. U-Boater 658. 4 videos on bagging Iraqi freedom expansion to Desert Storm. And with CIE Volume 1, German Turn 4, Narva Falls, CIE. CIE Volume 1, Soviet Turn 4, Running Out of Space, CIE. And last is Imperial Stars 2, Setup and Galactic Round on U-Boater 658. The Hugh Hefner of War Games. Todd of Warty Road Plays World War II. 3 videos, man. Okay, 2 of them are scheduled, but the first video he tackles the great campaigns of the American Civil War, Johnston's Retreat Live Play Part 2 with HEXES. And the other upcoming videos are from the great campaigns of the American Civil War, and it's On to Richmond. The Union Strikes South. Part 3 with HEXES. On Warty Robe Plays World War II. For our Italian listeners, Winter Quartering and Rome, Rome Incorporated. It's not that. I don't know what that is. From Diocletian to Heraclius Against the Odds 61. I think I said that right. Freak me out. See when you don't think? On Winter Quartering. For our Polish viewers, Michel of Wojennik TV, 2 videos, and is an unboxing of a game called Trunzina, or Trukzina, which I'm assuming means a turn of the trick, or a trick of the turn. But there's some poppy plants there, so, and it looks like the green stuff is absent, so we're in for a hootin' time. And then he does that. I don't read Polish. I mean, for God's sake, man, everything's a consonant. On Wojennik TV. the face of World War II Solitaire board game channel, World War II Solitaire board game channel. 2 videos, D-Day Dice 2nd Edition Atlantic Wall solo playthrough map 23. And D-Day Dice Press Corps unboxing. I don't have that. You know, the designer of that, what's his name? He's Quebecer, man. He's from Montreal, and I'm thinking of Arsène Lupin. I forget. We gotta get that guy on. That great channel, and he's putting a lot of effort into making this channel as great as it is, Zilla Blitz. 3 videos, the Polish-Soviet War, Nest of Eagles, 1920, a overview. This is by Phalanx Games. Then Rebel Fury, it's a PC game, U.S. Civil War game. Fredericksburg, this is a playthrough. No, it's by GMT, but I see PC. Rebel Fury PC. Then, Iwo Jima 1945, first look and overview. World War II solo war game, board game. This looks like a Worthington publishing game. Great company, great channel, great.
Here at Noble Knight Games, we've been carefully growing the world's largest selection of tabletop games, going on 25 years now. From fresh-picked new releases to finely aged vintage classics and hard-to-find imports, you can buy, sell, trade, and play with us at our store in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. Or shop online 24/7 from anywhere in the world, just like nature intended. Grown fresh daily at Noble Knight Games.
Howdy folks, Meandering Mike in the Man Cave of Madness. This is another one of our bi-weekly channel updates. Shorter week this week in terms of 3 videos. Normally I try to get 4 videos out in a week. I've got one in the can that's being edited. There's just no way I could have got it out there in time for this week. So here's just the 3. So down below here, I did Collector's Corner, High Fantasy Game Books and RPGs. So High Fantasy was done by Jeffrey C. Dillow back in the late 70s, early 80s. Also with Adventures by Craig Fisher. So the material of High Fantasy was an RPG, but my first exposure to it was as a game book, a paragraph adventure game book in the sort of the reprint of the High Fantasy original role-playing material. I didn't even know that existed, but I encountered it as a game book. Now I'm going to quickly define here, because next video we're talking about book games. Game books to me is a adventure in a book with paragraphs that you follow the paragraphs, and whether there's just choose your own adventure, those are game books. Game books that have fighting in them, like High Fantasy, and Fighting Fantasy from Steve Jackson and Ian Livingston of the Steve Jackson, the British one. So book games, which is the next one here. So I'd done previously a unboxing of tin games that come in tin, and I talked in general about different formats where games don't always come in cardboard boxes. And I had a poll on my channel, and there was things like tube games, bag games, not Ziplocs, but games in bags, not Ziploc bags, book games, and other kinds of cases other than cardboard boxes like wood cases, plastic cases, or more tin games. And you guys chose book games. So this covers all the book games that I have, except for one that I couldn't find. And so again, these are games in books. That's how they're published. That's how they're put out. And these can have one or more different games in them. Sometimes it's multiple scenarios for the same game system. Sometimes they are distinctly different games. So take a look at that if you want to see a variety of recent game books and ones as far back as the 1980s and such. And books. I didn't intend this, and even the video I'd working on also has a book aspect to it that I didn't get finished editing. Wasn't planned, but so this is talking about my Napoleonic game and book nook. Now, I'd done my storage, no wasted space in the man cave, where I installed a tall, narrow shelf system with kind of like a corner round, but it's more like rectangular, oblong. And I had shown that video, and now here I finished earthquake proofing everything, and I've loaded it up with games, and I've done some rearranging, and all that Napoleonic nook, besides games, also has the vast majority of my Napoleonic books in there, even though there's some in the main house. So if you want to see a near obsessive collection level of Napoleonic games and books, take a look at that. There, give you some inspiration on if you want to go crazy and go over the deep end in collecting a certain subject, topic, etc. That's how you can do it if you want to go totally deep into that. So trying to keep it short this week. So we had just 3 videos. There's one coming. Actually, there's a number of ones that I'm working on that I've talked about, but I'm not going to talk about it more now. So I've got a schedule in my mind. I'm working on it, but no particular commitments. So more stuff's coming. So I want y'all to take care. Remember, take care of your games, take care of your books, take care of your collections. I'd like to take care of you. And so for all those of you watching this segment on Dan Ben Caldy's Knowing Me Here, I'm sending back to you, Dan. Ciao, y'all.
Another week, another show. Thanks for watching. And please like, subscribe, and think about supporting this channel. $1.25 per episode. Look, I give more than $1.25 worth of breath. You know what I'm saying? So, if you feel benevolent, help me out. So that was it for this week. Next week is going to be another week. And the week after that's another week. And you know what? Philosophically and metaphysically thinking here. It just hit me. Nostalgia. If you think about it, I'm a super romantic guy. I'm nostalgic to the nth degree. I always remember when. And for me, nostalgia has held me back from making many decisions. I don't know why that bloody thing keeps popping up. Why is it giving me thumbs up for what? Again! Anyways, so for me, nostalgia has held me back from certain decisions. I don't remember what decisions, but I know me. And I'm always like, nah, let's do it the way it was. Well, the way it was is gone. What you do the way it is. And if the way it is a new way, well, fantastic. For example, my conjointe, my living partner, my wife, she comes from obviously they're nostalgic, the Acadians. You can't get any more hard-headed, nostalgic people than Acadians that come from a peninsula, small town. Anyways, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah. There's a northern dish, and it's a staple, like bread and rice. But in northern Italy, they don't. The staple is not pasta; it's polenta. And to make polenta, basically, it's grits, but small grits, okay? And you add whatever liquid you want to put in it. Some people add milk, but milk grosses me out. You know what I mean? Anyways, I add chicken stock, or you can add chicken stock's the best for me. Or you can add water, but it is going to leave it a little bland. You know what I'm saying? And so you put the powdered polenta, which is tiny little grains of polenta, of corn, and you put the water in and you slowly stir, and you stay there for 45 minutes to get it nice and creamy. So basically, there's 45 minutes of you stirring the pot. You know what? So it's great to make polenta, but when you want to have polenta real quick, you can't. Because nostalgia tells you that you gotta stay next to the oven, sweat your face off, and stir. Constantly stir for 45 minutes. You can't stop, you'll burn the corn. Add the water and stir and taste, and it's gotta come creamy. Creamy, not gritty. These ain't grits. Creamy. Creamy. And after 45 minutes, everybody's, oh, polenta's great. It's gone in 10 minutes, right? So a meal that you took 3.5 hours to prepare, 10 minutes, it's gone. Because if you have polenta with osso buco and tomato sauce and sausages all around, my mouth is watering. Talk to me, man, and tell me that's not spectacular. Peasant food, man. Peasant food. Anyways, and the reason why peasant food is so good is because it was so bad back then, meaning that you couldn't eat anything that, so they overcooked it. But by overcooking it, look what you did. It's like ribs. Ribs. Many, many moons ago, ribs were crap. People would just throw out ribs. But some people took the ribs and slowly cooked them. And now they're a delicacy. Anyways, so, as I was saying, nostalgia. So anyways, my wife, she says, I'm going to put the polenta in the crock pot. I swear to God, every single grandmother in their grave flipped over doing jumping jacks. Like, what the hell are you doing? You Acadian, you. Anyways, she put it in. And I think she opened it once to stir it within 2 hours, whatever. But you're not standing over the bloody stove for 45 minutes. And when I tasted it, it was the creamiest polenta I have ever had in my life. Even my mom would have been bitching, come on, how can this be good? How can this be good? And she shoves a spoon in her mouth and she will say, God damn. All that time wasted on the stove where I can just put it on a crock pot for, I don't know, 2 hours. Stir it once, and you get the creamiest polenta ever. Nostalgia, man. Holds you back. It holds you back. It holds me back. And so I learned this feeling that I have now from a singer that used to play in a band called Japan. And their first albums are crap! But then their last 2 albums were genius. And David Sylvian was a member of that band. Mick Karn was the bassist. You know, you Jaco Pastorius freaks? Sure. Jacko's Jacko. Listen to Mick Karn, and you tell me that this guy ain't special. And also there was the keyboard player who now plays with Porcupine Tree, Richard Barbieri, and a great drummer called Jansen. I forget his first name, but David Sylvian is Jansen's brother, but he wanted to be called David Sylvian and not Jansen. Anyway, so David Sylvian has a tune, I think called Nostalgia, on his 1986 album. I forget what it's called. And he says a lyric, he says, nostalgia is cutting down the branches from the trees to remove all the nostalgic stuff and to live his life, meaning that, I'm ranting and raving, meaning that nostalgia holds you back from living, and it does. And I'm not talking about just sitting around being nostalgic. I'm talking about making a decision while being nostalgic. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I've been listening to a lot of philosophy these days, all my life. And I really like Albert Camus. I really like Alan Watts, but Alan Watts is a punch in the face. You know what I mean? Because he'll say stuff like, anybody who plans for the future is a moron. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I like Schopenhauer. Plato. I gotta get into Plato more. You know why? Because he liked music. Right? And it's vibrations music, right? And that's why I was attracted to music. It's because it offered me something different than what I see, life. But I mean, what I saw when I was younger is different than what I see now. I mean, I take life now way more what's that word there? Tom Cruise used it. Not fickle. Whatever. I don't take it so serious anymore. Because it ain't. It's an experience. It's beautiful. Life is great. You meet a lot of beautiful people. But it's an experience, and it's day by day, minute by minute. Because one day you're here, one day you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I keep still looking at Mark Ruggiero's YouTube site. For God's sakes, man. Anyways, it makes me sad. But what the hell was I talking about? Yeah. Flippant. That was the word. I look at life a little bit more flippant. You know? Like my mom said, and Doris Day said, and my mom said it near the end of her life. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. And it's true. You got no control. Anyways, enough about me and philosophical rants. I could go on, and I swear to God, the best talks are when you smoke a joint and you have a pipe and a liquid and you talk to yourself. Best conversations. Have a nice day.